This is one of the best times in Southwest Florida, or in Florida for that matter. And not much says the Sunshine State than the sight of palm trees up against the beautiful blue skies. Let's face it, they are everywhere, and you at home most certainly have palms near your home and in your neighborhood. But what happens when your palm is less than picture perfect? Well, the fine folks over at Edison and Ford Winter Estates are here to offer up some help on how to keep the state tree in tip-top shape in today's Garden Go-To.
Hi, I'm Debbie Hughes, Senior Horticulturist at the Edison Ford Winter Estates Gardens. And palms is one of our lovely plants that we plant all over because it's a very popular plant in Southwest Florida. It does have issues we're going to talk about today, so this is your gardening go-to. Royal palms are native to Southwest Florida. This one is a large specimen that's doing really well. You see the nice green fronds. They still need some fertilizer, usually 3 times a year. But we're going to show you a palm that's not doing so well right next to it, and it is a royal palm also. So you say, why they're so close to each other? Is one doing well and not the other? It could be several reasons. The soil could have pH that's high, it's not taking up the nutrients properly. There could be some insect problems also. But you can see the fronds look rather frizzled. So generally that means there's some manganese, some deficiencies in potassium. So if you get a fertilizer, make sure, got my handy dandy fertilizer here today, make sure it's a palm type of fertilizer. Palm Gain is one variety, there's many varieties, but usually if you look on the bag, it'll tell you instructions, for sure you need to read it, but it'll also tell you the numbers of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, 8, 2, 12. And you want to have minors in there also, which are magnesium, manganese, iron, go on and on. There's a lot of micronutrients that palms need so that they look nice and healthy. So if we were going to fertilize, I want to show you the proper way to do it. Basically, you have a granular. It's going to be slow release, like you're peppering your food. You don't want to put it all up right next to the trunk because your drip line, where all the roots go way out here, you want them to get some fertilizer too. So you're basically peppering the soil. And you can measure usually a cup to 2 cups depending on the size of the palm, and you're going to broadcast it throughout the area because fertilizers go vertically, they do not go horizontally. So they're going to go down to the roots. And then make sure you don't have any mulch up against the trunk. You don't want to keep that wet. So hopefully this palm will respond to our fertilizing and it'll be lovely once again. And here's to your gardening in your estates.
And of course, the Edison Ford Winter Estates is always home to lots of events, including this one coming up in April. The Ford Thunderbird exhibition, T-Birds from all eras, will be displayed on the historic Riverside property of Henry Ford. Car owners will be on hand to visit with guests and answer questions. Visitors can look forward to even mingling with Henry and Clara Ford. Admission is free for Edison Ford members, and non-members are $20 for adults and $11 for children, which includes an audio tour of the homes, gardens, laboratory, and museum. All right, what do you think Ford would say about this next car? Up next, see the car that is shaking up the auto industry like never before. Is this the car of the future? We talk to the creator and find out why he says the answer to that question is yes. And then from the roadways to the airways, one of our Mom Squad members is back with some great advice on how to take to the skies with kids so you can leave the stress on the ground.